Call our meeting to order. This is a regular meeting of the Mayor and Borough Council of the Borough of Seaside, Park County, Ocean State of New Jersey, held on Thursday, June 6, 2024, advertised to begin at the conclusion of the work session, which has ended just moments ago. Pursuant to the provisions of New Jersey's Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notice of this meeting was provided by transmitting the notice of the meeting for publication in the Asbury Park Press and the Star Ledger on January 5, 2024. Notice of this meeting of the governing body also has been posted in the corridor of the municipal building and in the office of the municipal clerk. Roll call.
Councilmember Annabelle?
Present.
Councilmember Condos?
Here.
Councilmember Connor?
Here.
Councilmember Kraft?
Here.
Councilmember Rotunda?
Here.
Council President Wilk?
Here.
Mayor Peterson?
Here.
Thank you.
And let us begin our meeting with a moment of silence. We'll stand in the Pledge of Allegiance, and perhaps in our moment of silence we can all remember those who gave their lives and those who fought for us 80 years ago on D-Day, as this is the anniversary. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Yeah, you're right. First item on the agenda is request for approval of the minutes of May 16, 2024, the work session, as well as May 16, 2024, the regular meeting. Any
motion then?
motion by Councilmember Kraft?
Second.
Second by Councilmember Condos. Roll call.
Councilmember Kraft?
Yes.
Councilmember Condos?
Yes.
Councilmember Annabelle?
Yes.
Councilmember Connor?
Yes.
Councilmember Rotunda?
Yes.
Council President Wilk?
Yes.
Motion approved.
Next, request for approval of special meeting minutes, the May 21st, 2024 closed session.
I'll make that motion, Mayor.
Motion by Council President Wilk.
I'll second, Mr. Mayor.
Second by Councilmember Ammaville. Roll call.
Council President Wilk?
Yes.
Councilmember Annabelle?
Yes.
Councilmember Condos?
Yes.
Councilmember Connor?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraft?
Yes.
Councilmember Rotunda?
Yes.
Motion approved.
And next are ordinances. Small letter A, final reading and adoption ordinance 22411, amending section 200-17 of the Code of Borough Seaside Park entitled Public Hearings and Public Hearing Notices of Chapter 200 entitled Development Regulations. Any comments from council? This as per several past discussions and in accordance with the recommendation of the planning board as well. Hearing none, I'll go into the audience if there are any public comments on second reading and adoption ordinance 22411. Hearing none, I'll close the public portion. I'd entertain a motion from council.
I'll make that motion, Mayor.
Motion by Council President Wilk.
Second.
Second by Councilmember Condos. Roll call.
Council President Wilk?
Yes.
Councilmember Condos?
Yes.
Councilmember Annabelle?
Yes.
Councilmember Connor?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraft?
Yes.
Councilmember Rotunda?
Yes.
Motion approved.
And item B is also, as per discussion at several past meetings and the planning board as well, final reading and adoption ordinance 22412, amending section 200-63 of the Code of the Borough of Seaside Park entitled Zone Map, chapter 200 entitled Development Regulations. Any comments from council? Hearing none, I'll go into the audience if there are any public comments on final reading adoption 22412. Hearing none, I'd close the public portion. I'd entertain a motion from council.
Make that motion, Mayor.
Motion by Council President Wilk.
Second.
Second by Councilmember Rotunda. Roll call.
Council President Wilk,
Yes.
Councilmember Rotunda,
Yes.
Councilmember Anfield,
Yes.
Councilmember Condos,
Yes.
Councilmember Connor,
Yes.
Councilmember Kraft,
Yes.
motion approved.
Next are three separate ordinances in terms of capital expenses, which had been initially delayed as per the past meetings in terms of the state of New Jersey having not yet completed its final review and approval of the budget, and now that they had, all of the ordinances had appropriately had first readings. Item C is ordinance 22413, capital ordinance of the Borough of Seaside Park County, Ocean State of New Jersey, appropriating $132,000 for various general capital items. Any questions, comments from council?
I'd like to, I guess, break that number down to 132,000. 17,000 was for Scott bottles that are needed by the fire department. $100,000 is for the parking kiosks, and $15,000 is for a street label, which is used for the recreation department.
Thank you. Any other comments from council? If not, I'll go into the audience if there are any public comments as to final reading adoption of ordinance 22413. Hearing none, I will close the public portion. I'd entertain a motion from council for adoption.
I'll make that motion, Mr. Mayor.
Motion by Councilmember Amabile,
Second?
second by
Councilmember Kraft.
Councilman Kraft. Roll call.
Councilmember Anfield,
Yes.
Councilmember Kraft,
Yes.
Councilmember Condos,
Yes.
Councilmember Connor,
Yes.
Councilmember Rotunda,
Yes.
Council President Wilk,
Yes.
motion approved.
And next is final reading adoption ordinance 22414. It's a capital ordinance of the Borough of Seaside Park County, Ocean State of New Jersey, appropriating $240,000. And again, I turn the floor over to Councilmember
Yes,
Kraft.
this comes out of the Marina Capital, and it's for two items. $165,000 is for marina lighting upgrades, and this also includes the 6th Avenue Pier, and $75,000 that are necessary for the water system upgrades at the marina as well. That's it.
Thank you. Any other council comments? If not, I'll go into the audience. Any public comments or questions on second reading ordinance 22414? Hearing none, I'll close the public portion. I'd entertain a motion from council.
Make the motion.
Motion by Councilmember Condos,
Second?
second by Councilmember Kraft. Roll call.
Councilmember Condos,
Yes.
Councilmember Kraft,
Yes.
Councilmember Anfield,
Yes.
Councilmember Connor,
Yes.
Councilmember Rotunda,
Yes.
Council President Wilk,
Yes.
motion approved.
And item E on the agenda is final reading adoption ordinance 22415, that too a capital ordinance of the Borough of Seaside Park County, Ocean State of New Jersey, appropriating $400,000 for various water capital items per the 2024 budget. I'll turn it over to Councilman Kraft.
Thank you. This all comes out of the water sewer budget, and it's for 4 items. $50,000 is for well 6 building. As you know, that's in disrepair. If you go to the rec center, you can see that building's, looks like it's falling apart from the outside. $100,000 is for a emergency sewer jetter. $90,000 is for an upgrade for a Ford F-450 pickup truck, which schleps around all of the heavy water sewer mechanical equipment that's required, and $160,000 for a replacement backhoe.
Thank you. Any other comments from council? If not, I'll go into the audience for any public comments as to final reading and adoption. It's ordinance 22415. Yes, Edie?
Edie Klein, 48 Orange Avenue. Bill, I appreciate your explaining what these are for, but Just two things. One, is that Ford pickup truck a replacement? Or
Yes, yes.
And can you tell us what a sewer jetter is?
I wish Josh was here, but the need is whenever there's a backup in the sewer system, that's when this jetter is required in order to clear this.
So it's like a super
blockage.
duper plunger or something?
It's a pipe power washer. It's a pipe power washer. It uses water instead of a snake. It's a snake with a water attachment.
Okay, thank you.
Any other public comments? Second reading, ordinance 224-15. Hearing none, I'll close the public portion. I'd entertain a motion from council.
I make the motion, Mayor.
Motion by Councilmember
second that,
Kraft,
Mayor.
second by Councilmember Connor. Roll call.
Councilmember Kraft,
Yes.
Councilmember Connor,
Yes.
Councilmember Anfield,
Yes.
Councilmember Condos,
Yes.
Councilmember Rotunda,
Yes.
Council President Wilk,
Yes.
motion approved.
Next is final reading and adoption, ordinance 224-18, designating Second Avenue as a one-way street. This as per numerous past discussions on the record, and the final adoption was awaiting the DOT approval, and they had to approve the ordinance, and they finally have. So that's why it's been delayed. So any other public or any other comments from council?
No, I think the residents will be very happy. We've gotten many, many calls and happy it's happening before July 4th and the heat of the summer.
I think Karen's researched, it's close to the last step, but it's not necessarily. We have the 10-day publication period, and then this gets to the implementation crew.
So surprisingly, the DOT traffic safety person who was assigned to this stopped by Borough Hall today unannounced and told me that if we just send him an emailed copy of the certified ordinance tomorrow, they'll put the work order in right away, and they want to expedite the work order.
Oh my gosh.
That makes up for the other
Good thing we're all sitting down.
Wow.
The DOT must feel guilty about something else. I wonder what that could be.
So we'll see, but that's the intent.
Can he work on the day too?
Yeah.
Good.
I will accordingly go into the audience for any public comments. Final reading, ordinance 224-18 as the Second Avenue. Hearing none, I'll close the public hearing. I'd entertain a motion from council.
I'll make the motion, Mayor.
Motion by Councilmember Connor,
Second.
second by Councilmember Rotunda. Roll call.
Councilmember Connor,
Yes.
Councilmember Rotunda,
Yes.
Councilmember Anfield,
Yes.
Councilmember Condos,
Yes.
Councilmember Kraft,
Yes.
Council President Wilk,
Yes.
motion approved.
Next is first reading, introduction, ordinance 224-19, stormwater control. As per the discussion at several past meetings and the planning board's recommendation in the work session moments ago, this is a state mandated ordinance, and ours is in compliance with the prototype sample sent. The planning board did not anticipate actual application of the ordinance to projects in this town. It's conceivable, but not probable, but it's mandated by the state. So, that being said, this is a first reading. Do we have a motion?
I'll make that.
Motion by Council President Wilk,
Second.
second by Councilmember Condos. Roll call.
Council President Wilk,
Yes.
Councilmember Condos,
Yes.
Councilmember Anfield,
Yes.
Councilmember Connor,
Yes.
Councilmember Kraft,
Yes.
Councilmember Rotunda,
Yes.
motion approved.
And next is first reading, introduction, ordinance 224-20, authorizing the sale of block 57, lot 21, or any,
Lot 2, I Street.
lot 2, I'm sorry. Lot 2 on I Street. I apologize. Any comments from council, or if not, a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Council President Wilk,
I'll second, Mr. Mayor.
second by Councilmember Amabil. Roll call.
Council President Wilk,
Yes.
Councilmember Anfield,
Yes.
Councilmember Condos,
Yes.
Councilmember Connor,
Yes.
Councilmember Kraft,
Yes.
Councilmember Rotunda,
Yes.
motion approved.
Next are authorizations. The first, the Hammer Surf School, June 24th to September 3rd, Mondays through Saturday, times 1 to 4 p.m., 9 a.m. to 12 noon, alternating weeks. And the location, Fifth Avenue, Ocean Beach. Next, Seaside Park Volunteer Fire Company Department Parade, June 22nd, 11 a.m. to 12 noon, location Ocean Avenue from 14th Avenue to J Street, and the approval would be conditioned upon the fire company obtaining a permit from Ocean County. And do we have a motion? Or?
I have a comment on
Yes.
the certificate of liability for the Hammer Surf School. The policy expires June 27th of this year, so they need to provide an update once they do any events beyond that date.
So that, if that's approved, that would require that condition. That's,
Yes.
any other comments from council, or if not, a motion with the two, a condition on Hammer Surf School and also on the fire company approval of Ocean County.
Make a motion to approve both.
Motion by Councilmember Condos,
Second?
second by Councilmember Kraft. Roll call.
Councilmember Condos,
Yes.
Councilmember Kraft,
Yes.
Councilmember Anfield,
Yes.
Councilmember Connor,
Yes.
Councilmember Rotunda,
Yes.
Council President Wilk,
Yes.
motion approved.
And next is 224-181, approving payment of the itemized claims and bill lists as set forth in the check register bill list for the time period May 17th to June 6, 2024. Any comments from council, or if not, a motion?
I'll make the motion, Mayor.
Motion by Councilmember Connor, made.
Second.
Second by Councilmember Rotunda. Roll call.
Councilmember Connor,
Yes.
Councilmember Rotunda,
Yes.
Councilmember Anfield,
Yes.
Councilmember Condos,
Yes.
Councilmember Kraft,
Yes.
Council President Wilk,
Yes.
motion approved.
And next are resolutions. I'll read in summary fashion. 182, approving the alcohol beverage control social affairs special permit for Seaside Park Volunteer Fire Company number 1. 183, approving the alcohol beverage control social affairs special permit for the Ocean County St. Patrick's Day Committee, Inc. 184, approving renewal of the liquor licenses in town, for the term 2024-2025. 185, appointing seasonal employees for the Department of Beach Control. 186, appointing seasonal employees for the Department of Beach Control. 187, appointing Teresa Russo as Provisional Code Enforcement Officer of the Borough of Seaside Park. 188, authorizing T&M Associates to provide professional engineering services for the submission of a grant application to the NJDOT 225 Municipal Aid Program. 189, appointing Owen LaRocca as Deputy Municipal Clerk. 190, appointing Jennifer Burr as temporary Deputy Municipal Tax Collector. 199, authorizing the appointment of seasonal employees for the Department of Public Works. 192, appointing Class 2 Special Law Enforcement Officers for the calendar year 2024. 193, appointing Class 1 Special Law Enforcement Officers for the calendar year 2024. 194, authorizing membership in the fire company. 195, authorizing the tax collector to cancel the designated tax sale certificate in question. 196, authorizing a salary increase for account clerk, payroll clerk, and the assignment of additional purchasing and finance duties. 197, authorizing the release of copiers from Xerox estate contract number with the number referenced therein. 198, authorizing Remington and Bernick engineers to provide GIS application services. 199, authorizing Remington Verdict Engineers to provide professional engineering services for construction management and inspection of new well. 200, authorizing 224 raffle license applications. 201, authorizing 2024 bingo license applications. And 202, authorizing an employment agreement with Business Administrator Karen Crone. Any questions, comments from any council members on any resolutions?
Yes, Mayor, I'd just like to say that the code enforcer positions, we're bringing it back up to 3. There was resignation of 1 individual. So we're, if approved this evening, we will bring it back to 3 code enforcers, and this individual will be working on the weekend for rental inspections and for code violations, garbage, those type of things. And just a little tidbit, over 600 rental inspections a year. We're pretty much caught up with the building department at this point, but there's 600 rental inspections that have to be done.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments from council? Hearing none, it's our practice to allow any public comments on resolutions that are not required by law. If anyone has any comment on a resolution, if you could give your name and address into the record. Yes, Shirley?
On 2020, Shirley Kressel, 2024-199. Engineering services for construction management and inspection of new well. Where is that location?
Well,
That would be number 11. That would be well number
Desert
11.
Palm area.
Which is located where? Address?
Desert Palm.
Okay. I still have a real issue with it going on Desert Palm property. Again, you're putting on a multi-million-dollar piece of property, which is ludicrous. And if you read all the comments on Facebook after Level Shoreby put it on, you'd see how many people are not fond of this whole idea. I think you need to look into another location, even if you take N Street and put it in the back, because I believe that's 50 by 100 deep. Subdivide that, at least we still have an oceanfront piece of property to sell. And you're saving a multi-million-dollar piece of property to be able to sell. I cannot understand why you think that is where we should put it. And if we still did not own Desert Palm, you wouldn't be able to put it there anyway. Because I'm sure the only one would say, oh, sure, put it here. You need to find another place for it. And I don't know how we can get that across that you represent the people of this town. You have raised our taxes without even being concerned that it's over $4. And you do things like this. You've never had a public meeting. And Mayor, you said you would have a public meeting for the residents to have input on what goes on these properties that you have bought. I have not seen one public meeting yet. And I think it's time you do it. You need to listen to the people that are paying the taxes in this town. Multi-million-dollar piece of property. You guys go to a realtor and they would probably laugh at you that you'd want to take a part of it and put the well there. I don't understand your thinking on it. Not at all. And as far as charging stations, go back to when Bob Martucci was here. He wanted to put them up in the parking lot. We don't need more parking in this town, because I read that in an article, that Desert Palm could be a parking lot. Very rarely are all our parking lots full. And it's not full going down Ocean Avenue. I object strongly to this being put on Desert Palm property. And if it means getting everybody with petitions, that's what I'll do. But I think you need to look at another location.
Thank you. Any other public comments on any resolutions? Hearing none, I'd close the public portion on the resolution agenda. I'd entertain a motion from council as a consent agenda.
I'll make that motion, Mayor.
Motion by Council President Wilk.
Second.
A motion by Council President Wilk and second by Councilmember Rotunda. Roll call.
Council President Wilk,
Yes.
Councilmember Rotunda,
Yes.
Councilmember Anfield,
Yes.
Councilmember Condos,
Yes.
Councilmember Connor,
Yes.
Councilmember Kraft,
Yes.
motion approved.
And that concludes the written resolution agenda. Is there anything else from council at this juncture?
Mayor,
Yes.
I'd like to, just to let everybody know, and it's been mentioned before, I think a little bit, that on June 14th, which is Flag Day, there's going to be a flagpole installation ceremony down at 14th and Bay for the new flagpole that was put in down there with, it's got a nice foundation and everything, and a solar light on the top, with the flag that actually was flying over the cap that had flown over the Capitol. So, the installation ceremony is going to be on June 14th at 2:30. It's open to anybody to get down and participate and be there for that. The rain date, hopefully we won't need it, is 6/17, is that Monday. But just so everybody knows, so 2:30, 14th and Bay, the flagpole installation ceremony.
Thank you.
Yes. 2:30.
Mayor, can I say one thing,
Yes.
please? So, just so everybody knows, we're trying to make it easier for everyone to pay their taxes and their water sewer. So, on our website today, we posted, there's 4 different ways now that you can do that. One of which is ACH, which is free, and it's just an automatic deduction. So I know a lot of people leave town in the winter and their mail doesn't get forwarded. A lot of people don't like to write checks anymore. So if you check out the website, it'll show you the 4 different ways that you can pay your taxes or your water sewer bill, and the fees associated with like a credit card payment and things like that.
Thank you, John. Anything else from council? I know, by way of announcements, there was one, but I'm told that it's sold out now. It's the Jersey Shore Partnership on Monday night is honoring us. One of the honorees is a Seaside Park resident, Sharon France, and it's up at Sandy Hook. So I don't know if they have any tickets at the door. It says sold out now on the website, but I know it's a great honor, and she's done a lot of work for the shore, and that organization has as well. And the other announcement was this Saturday, there's an event from various environmental groups entitled World Ocean Day, and that's being held in Seaside Park on the ocean on the Funtown Pier property, Billy Major's property, and there are many groups involved, I know, and all making awareness of the importance of the ocean, the environment, which obviously is very important to the history, culture, and economy of Seaside Park and our way of life. So I know some of the groups had been in a past event as well, and the sand sculpture people for children, there are events scheduled as well. Any other announcements, anything from council? If not, we'll go into the audience.
11 to 4.
11 to 4 is that event?
The mayor's not saying it, but he's actually a guest speaker along with our new assemblyman, Paul Knitra, who used to be mayor in Point Pleasant.
So, thank you. Everyone's invited, and I know they have children's games as well on the sand sculpture they had the last time. The people are coming back. So, yes, June?
June Korzenesti, 114H. I have been coming to these meetings for about 12 years, since I've been down here full-time. And I have gotten a lot of information, sometimes some councils more than others. And I do appreciate all of the information you gave us tonight, although when we're sitting back here and you're at that table, it's very difficult for us to hear what you're saying. But I am concerned because last week, or the week before, I had missed a meeting, but I found out all about the meeting on Shore Peak. And it had quotes from the mayor, it had quotes from the president, and I'm wondering, what are we going to do tonight because he's not here? I don't think that we should get more information on Facebook than we do here. So I would respectfully suggest that you make the public more aware of what you are doing before you talk to a reporter. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Any other public comments? Yes, Al?
Alan Mobley at 145 O Street. I think maybe this question is better asked of the chief about the bicycle patrols. I'm aware of the fact that they have to be trained. But also I have a question on the police that ride the ATVs on the beach. Do they have any training, or do they need any training? Well, can I ask the chief that question, Mr. Mayor?
Sure.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna get it from you.
They do receive training. We sent Officer Slickers to become a certified quad instructor. He comes back and he trains every member of the department. He did half the department last week. He does half the department this coming week. We also had a bicycle trainer, Frank Polino. He did 25 years in Toms River and was a class 2 with me for several years. He just retired last week. However, yes, we're gonna look for schools to send one of our current officers, but in the meantime, I'm gonna reach out to Frank and see if he'll come over for the day and certify our class 1s on the bicycle. So it's in their files, so if they're driving in a careless manner, they can't sit there and say, I was never trained, we have it in the file. They've all been trained on the bicycles, the quads, and God forbid there's an accident, hopefully it helps us all out, that they receive training and are certified to operate these quads and bicycles.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Alan. Yes, Shirley?
Shirley Kressel. A couple meetings ago, I brought up about Verizon coming into town and providing us with television service. And somebody was going to reach out to them. Can I ask what the answer was on it when you called them? Just to see if they would come to town for cable? Does that mean nobody called?
Did I say we do? Forget. Now that you're saying, I'm feeling like I might have said that I would call, but I didn't call, so if it was me, I'll go back, but.
This is really more of a legal.
Yeah, I don't know that,
Franchise.
I'm remembering it only because I have a,
I think that question should have came up when we had the franchise thing, when we had that meeting.
yeah, I didn't go to those. I don't remember.
Okay, so we didn't move forward on that yet. Perhaps by next meeting, you can have an answer whether they're willing to come into town for that.
I don't know that you have a
We don't
choice
really
about
have-
that, but.
We don't have a choice if they come here or not.
Well, like I had said that meeting, someone was told by Verizon that the town would need to call and request it and see what their answer would be. Whether that was true or not, it's at least worth calling them to see. The most they can say is, nah, we're not coming. But at least we'll know.
Yeah,
Okay, so maybe someone would look into that.
Sure.
Steve?
We'll have Karen. Nominate Karen.
Yeah, I mean,
Contact.
I don't know if it's free to come into the town, but,
I know it's a,
okay. Just, bringing it back up. And how about the miniature golf? Dan was here, that meeting, he's got a lot of feedback. He says, did I hear anything? And I said, no. I know there's no discussion this evening on it at all. Has it been discussed? Because like some of us said, it would be a great thing for this town to have, for the residents and the visitors. Oh, my.
we haven't discussed that. We
Is there a
really-
reason?
There's no reason, we just haven't discussed it yet, Shirley, we just haven't. I'm sorry, we just haven't, yeah.
Okay. Maybe it can be brought up and maybe even discussed.
Have you
at
talked
the
to him
next
about
meeting.
that?
Huh?
Have you talked to him about he wants to buy the property from us, is that?
No, he would lease it. Not
He wants
the
to
whole
lease it.
thing.
He wants to
would
lease it from-
part of it and he puts up golf courses
I understand what he does, I understand
Like-
that. But he doesn't want to
dealing
buy
with
it.
the area. No, because he knows he can't buy it because you own it. But you,
Okay, but
because you took it eminent domain.
so he wants to lease
No.
it from us.
He would lease it. And I mean, it would be a great thing for this town, like I said last time. And, he's a good guy. And I was surprised that there was no discussion or nobody's reached out to him to further get details. But I think you need to think about it. Thank you.
thank you, Shirley. Any other public comments?
Not the attorney.
Hearing none, I'll close the public portion, and anything further from council at this juncture?
I'll make a motion.
Motion to adjourn from Council President Wilk.
Second.
Second by Councilmember Kraft. Roll call.
Council President Wilk,
Yes.
Councilmember Kraft,
Yes.
Councilmember Anfield, Councilmember Anfield, Councilmember Condos,
Yes.
Councilmember Connors,
Yes.
Councilmember Rotunda,
Yes.
motion approved.
Motion. Thank everyone for coming.